Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to try out I Did Not Buy This Ticket, which seems to be kind of like a surrealistic, is that an actual adjective? A visual novel where you get onto a bus that you didn't get the ticket for. The art style really caught my attention. I do like surreal games. Weep for the Dead. Hell yeah. The tears well up in my eyes, distorting my vision. Candelaria. What a badass name. They come easily, fat, salty, continuous tears. I also describe my tears as fat and salty, as if I had known the man lying in the coffin before me. This is the first time I have ever laid eyes on him. The tears run down my cheeks, they itch, but I resist the urge to rub my face. I know it's more dramatic to let them flow. My emotions just for show. I'm in complete control. I always am. Hey, we finished the burial. The burial. I don't know why I said burial like it's somebody called Muriel. Everyone's gone home, so we should settle your payment now. That was quite the performance, I have to say. Oh, is this somebody who goes to funerals and cries for them? I learned about this in college. There are professional criers, weepers, that go from funeral to funeral, and the families pay for them to come and cry at the funeral. When I heard about that, like, I was blown away because, like, to somebody from like a Western perspective, that'd be crazy, right? Paying somebody to cry at your funeral, people would laugh at you, right? But in other countries, in other cultures, it's something that's like normal and there's a business around that. No one can say I'm not worth the price. No, they can't. I had my doubts, to be honest, but anyway, here, the amounts we agreed on over the phone. I am a professional crier. I'm an amateur crier, actually. I cry, but like I do it for the fun of it, for the passion of it. You seem like you want to say something. No, well, I do actually. It's silly to try and hide it from you. I was impressed with the realism, truly. You'd never seen my father before, and yet your mourning was more emotional than that of my relatives. You also have to know how to cry, right? If it's the first time you've ever dealt with trauma, you probably won't know how to release your emotions, so it'll probably come off as stunted. That's why they pay me the big bucks. It's not too different from the work of a good actress. Like, I'm not gonna say that they had a bad relationship, because again, like I said, it might just be that they don't know how to express themselves. But it's not exactly the same thing. No, it's not. Actresses are paid better. Oh, of course. Before you go, let me ask you a question. I got curious about how you got into this, how you learned to weep so spontaneously. It's not a common profession, let's be frank. My name's Candelaria, actually, not Frank. All I can say is that life takes us down unexpected roads, country roads. Take me home. I don't have to answer that, and I won't. That's just another way of not answering. Okay, buddy. I'm gonna start charging for answers too. You don't even know how you got here, do you? Myself, I wanted to be an artist. Yet here I am in a suit and tie. You can be an artist in a suit and tie. Just ask the Beatles for the first 3 years of their lives. By their lives, I mean their professional career. Wearing my daily uniform to bury my father. Is that all? Oh, yes, of course, forgive me. Here's the money, thank you. The envelope is nothing but an excuse. Can you live well off of this? Okay, buddy, you're asking way too many questions. I'm just here to do my job. I just work here. This isn't my day job. It's more of a hobby. I knew it, I would say. A hobby? Unexpected answer? To say the least. I imagine this would take a toll on your spirit as a job. Well, it's not any more life-draining than any other job. If you do it to pass the time, well, what do you mean? Most people don't go to so many funerals in such a short amount of time. It's an oppressive atmosphere, even if it's not your relatives. How do you deal with that? No one ever asked that. The questions help keep my mind off of other things. Actually, yeah, if you're the kind of person that goes to funerals to have fun, your life probably sucks. Makes sense. So... Ah yes, the question. I keep my distance, professionally. I don't think of anything during the ceremony. I thought somebody was blowing up my phone. Even with death so close by? I believe what we bury is only a husk. The person is gone. Sorry, I think your cell phone is ringing. Yes, it is. I almost managed to ignore it this time. I don't need to look at it to know who's calling. At least it interrupted the interrogation. Won't you get it? Buddy, you're really annoying me. No. I have another job scheduled and it's far from here. I need to go now so I won't be late. Of course, please. Once again, thank you. Alright, bye. The bus should be here already. This is going to be a long trip. Long enough to catch up on some sleep. I hope. It's a bus to the afterworld. That client's questions gave me a headache. Don't think about it. Where's the ticket? I should check my seat number. Oh, well, what's this? Eigengrau. I know Eigen means I. Eigengrau line. I don't know what grau means. I did not buy this ticket. Seat 000. Weird. Maybe an error in the system? Also, the UFOs are invading? Ah, the bus is here. And the moon, too. Just passing through. Or never coming back. Huh? This is the bus? What? How strange. Looking at it makes my teeth chatter. What is this? I need to get to that funeral in the morning. Board the bus. Okay, death trips are knocking on my door. Good evening, miss. Always thank the bus drivers, by the way. Where are we headed on to on this dark night? I did not buy a ticket for this bus. You're late. I'm headed where the bus is headed. Where else? I'm just gonna go with the flow. Of course, we also have to consider that the bus's destiny depends on... Oh, never mind. I don't want to delay this trip any further. Please get settled. Please take your seat. We'll be leaving shortly. The fool. A bear. An actual bear. Oh. All the seats are numbered 000. That's just like life. I can see 3 empty seats. And an eyeball. I mean, sit at the back, obviously. We're cool. There. In my seat once again. I got an achievement saying it'll be hard to sleep on these, but you'll manage. This bus is not like the others. Feels like I can't tune out here. That swapped ticket. Well, I'm here now, that's that. The funeral starts early tomorrow. At least I have the whole night to sleep. What if it ends up being our funeral? What a tight seat. It didn't look this uncomfortable from the corridor. Oh, screw it. I've traveled in worse things. At least there's no puke on the floor this time. Heh, sleep's coming. I feel like I'm being watched. Hey! You can't sleep here. What? You can't be serious. I have no time for jokes. We're not a hotel. You paid to travel, not to sleep. Whoever tries to disrespect the rules must answer to me. Okay, how much do I have to pay to sleep? I honor my job, so no sleeping. Sleeping is the reason I came here, dude. That is a direct violation of our rules. There is something off here. Do you happen to be carrying something? Something that should not be here? What, like a soul? I don't know what you're talking about. You're mistaken. I'm not carrying anything special. Lies. I can see it. Something is off here. I'm not hiding anything. Where's your ticket? Or perhaps there's something else in your pockets. Are you like coming on to me? Take a closer look. Stop hiding. Kick the seats. I'm not hiding anything. I need to get out of here. Oh, jeez. What? What the hell was that? I don't even remember how I got here. Did I panic? This bus, why am I here? Damn, I'm looking good. Look at this face. I don't even recognize it anymore. What did it look like before? I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be seeing this. I just want to reach my next job and not to think about any of this anymore. It's empty? Everyone got off. We're at the bus station. How? When did we get here? Good morning, miss. I believe I managed to compensate for our tardiness after all. Let's see. There's a strange person pestering me. I apologize, miss. This line picks up all sorts of strangers. It seems to attract people of a certain quality, you know. I meant that as a compliment, of course. Aren't you going to answer that, miss? Don't tell me what to do. No, I'm in a hurry. Excuse me, miss, just one more thing. The ticket, please. The what? The ticket. Oh, it's still with me. Here. It is usually handed to the conductor, but I can take it too in certain cases. Look, you seem nice. Let me give you some advice. When it's time to hand over the ticket here on this bus, always hand over the ticket. What else would I hand over? You wouldn't believe the sorts of things people leave behind here. Oh yeah, like what? As I said, you wouldn't believe it. Ha 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 ha. Just remember to hand over the ticket and everything else will be just fine. Huh, okay. Look, I gotta go. Thanks for driving. See you. He thanked the bus driver. Let's go. We thanked the bus driver. She. There's actually a body in this one. Laments for the departed. The bizarre trip keeps disturbing my thoughts. I try to focus on the work I was hired for. The tears flow. I weep for a person I have never seen before. Business as usual. Though I cannot say if invoking the tears is easier or harder now. And then they're gone. Well, that's it. It's done. He's buried and I'll never see him again. Are you alright? You seem a little under the weather. The work moved me. It's okay. You know what? He's going through a lot. I'm not gonna trauma dump on him. Facing death shakes anyone up, doesn't it? This is my first funeral. Can you believe it? My grandparents died when I was very young, so I remember nothing. I thought I'd feel different, knowing I'll never see him again and all. Sorry, I didn't hire you to listen to me. That's fine. You can just pay me extra. In a way you did. That is true. I didn't know comforting the mourners was included. We're united by loss, are we not? Seems fair. Thank you. I will deal with this on my own. I have to pay you. The performance was quite something, I have to say. Better than I expected. Thanks. Here you go. Right. You have more questions, don't you? My clients always do. I'm curious. You made a long trip to get here, didn't you? Is all this worth it? Like my life or just the trip? Sometimes I don't do this for the money. That's what I figured. I did the math, the tickets, the time spent on the road. The nights on the bus help me to sleep. I have insomnia. Okay, I'd never have guessed that. So this professional mourner gig covers your travel expensive. I don't answer. I let him believe his own hypothesis. I haven't slept much myself. I think I'm good at hiding it, but I'm shattered in a million pieces inside. You must have seen this a lot. How mourning changes people. Look, that's your choice. A choice? How can it be a choice? My father just... I've seen lots of clients. Some are better at dealing with it all. Okay, I wouldn't say this is somebody who is going through stuff right now. Others develop their own coping mechanisms. And others, they don't deal with it at all. The mourning depends on the person. The only constant is that the departed won't come back. We need to prepare ourselves before this happens, huh? It's different when we have to face it. Thank you. Well, thank you one more time. When we scheduled everything, you said you'd be coming in from another funeral, right? What now, one more? No, I'm taking a break. So I was lucky to get the last one this season, in a way. All this traveling must get tiresome. You know what? Let's ask about the Eigengrau line. Have you ever heard about a certain bus company? I caught one of their buses to get here. The Eigengrau line. The name rings a bell, but I can't quite remember. I went on some bus rides to settle some of the old man's real estate. I remember paying attention to the upholstery, some of the travelers' faces. The line's names, though, the route, it's a blank. At least that's what I recall. The last few days have not been kind. That's understandable. Thank you anyway. Speaking of which, it's time for me to go. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you, have a good trip back. Maybe we're all on the Eigengrau line. Maybe that's what's happening. I ride an ordinary bus home. Nothing else happens. The bus is practically empty, so no one bothers me. A normal, boring trip back home. I sleep the whole way. When I wake up, the strange bus seems like nothing more than a nightmare. A week goes by. I wonder if I don't click that if I answer the phone eventually. 2 weeks go by. I'm gonna test it out. And I'm gonna drink some coffee while I'm at it. The reason why I know what the Eigengrau line, like Eigen thing is because there's things called like eigenvalues. There are values that are when you do an equation. They are values that kind of pop out of an equation. Certain equations, like for example, like matrix equations. That, how do I say this? They're stable equations of certain things. Like for example, when there's a oscillator, when there's a spring going back and forth, one of the eigenvalues is, for example, if you have two of them hooked up together, one of the eigenvalues is one of the values where the stretches make it so that it does like a loop, a normal loop. Any other value other than that one will give kind of an awkward thing. And eigenvalues basically give you numbers that build off to other equations. Now, I meant other solutions, sorry. I'm explaining this in the worst way possible because I kind of forgot specifically in which situations. I know that if you have two coupled oscillators, but like, I mean, nobody cares about that, right? Let's continue on with the game. As I settle back into my routine, certain thoughts creep back. With every vibration of the cell phone, the insomnia returns. I looked for new gigs. I may not like to admit it, but the service helps pay the bills. The lack of sleep doesn't make the other aspects of my life any easier. I contact the son of a man called Ivanildo Alves. He liked to spend hours rowing a boat on a small lake near his town. He left 2 sons, 2 daughters, some grandchildren. He was 62 years old, a retired bus driver. He had a sudden heart attack. That little boat became his coffin. I bought a ticket on a regular bus, one with the reclining seats. The passing of days have left that last trip more surreal than ever in my memory. A dream formed by a poor night of sleep in an uncomfortable seat. Still, this time I made sure to check the bus company's name on the ticket. Comet Lines. Normal, no surprises. In my lane, flourishing. The bus must be arriving by now. Ah, damn it, I forgot the deceased dossier at home. I wanted to study it during the trip. Can I remember all the information? Ivanildo Alves. What was his profession? He was a bus driver. And he enjoyed long walks at the beach. I think I managed to remember the most important points. I better write it all down before I forget. I got an achievement saying you do pay attention. I have pen and paper in my purse. What's this? Eigengrau. How? I bought a ticket for another bus line. I remember it well. It was called Comet Lines. It was called Comet. It was called Comet. None of these are it. Oh my gosh. Well, let's go to Metropolis at least. No, that's not right. This isn't possible. You ever dance like a devil under the pale moonlight? I don't get in this thing. But I have no choice. Hey, you traveled with us some time ago, didn't you, miss? I hope my services will be more to your liking this time around. How are you doing this? With a lot of hard work, I assure you. We prioritize quality in what we do. No, I mean how you show up like this. I bought a ticket for a different bus line. We are not to blame for errors in the ticketing system. It wasn't an error. I had the ticket in my hands. Miss, I just drive the bus. I just work here. That's enough. I'm leaving. Will the lady allow me one last comment? Perhaps you are asking the wrong questions. Maybe it isn't our work you should be questioning. I see many people entering and leaving this bus every day, but not all reach their destination. You are a few steps away from your seat. Your ticket is in your hands. What a waste to throw it away, don't you think? Indeed, even if I changed buses, I'd miss the funeral. But that's not the point though, is it? Can I save? Okay, I'm gonna save here and I'm gonna step off the bus. You sure? You know, our tickets are hard to come by. Throw it away and you might not get another. And perhaps you'll come to regret it later. Miss, let me be clear. If you get off this bus now, there's no turning back. And if I do get in, I'll be forming a pact, won't I? It is my strong recommendation that the lady gets in and lets me drive her to her destiny. Is that clear? No, I've made up my mind. I've had enough of this. A shame, miss. All I can do is wish you luck. I didn't get on the bus. I also missed the funeral. But that's fine. There were others. That strange Eigengrau line bus visits me sometimes in dreams. I can never remember what it looks like on the inside. I've also forgotten why I became a professional mourner. The traveling, the whole thing, none of it makes sense anymore. Yesterday I performed for the last time. The phone doesn't ring anymore. And then that's it. Licenses. Oh, okay, I see. Alright, so that's one of the ends. You're right, I'm going in. Great. We'll begin our trip shortly. Please get settled. And then the fool is gone. Tell yourself I'm this guy who's just kind of vibing in a bad way. I can see some empty seats. So I sat at the back. Let's sit at the middle. This looks like the back. Right, we should be off shortly. What a hard seat. But to be honest, I've traveled on worse. I like the back seat. I could get used to this. Lady, you're not supposed to sleep. You haven't paid for the sleeping upgrade. Huh? Someone sat beside me. I'll ignore whoever it is. I'm not in the mood for talking. At least look at him. Hello. 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 It's no use, is it? Good evening. So you deigned to talk with me. Let me settle in. Alright. Hehe, good evening. I hate traveling alone, you know. So, like, if you're in a situation like this, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to talk with the spirits next to you. That's why I'd like to talk during this long trip. But again, this is not like a real bus ride, so I want to see what happens. And you look like someone who likes to talk. And I love to listen. We are the perfect pair, yes. With friends, not with strangers. Yeah, but the former can become the latter, no? Even in unusual places like this. I'm not used to traveling alone. The thing is, my old companions, they no longer travel with me. Yeah, I wonder why. You, however, the traveling alone thing isn't new to you, huh? Of course, it was a new thing once. I can see it in your face. Hey, I asked you a question. Won't you answer me? You're going to leave me hanging? What are you thinking about? Is your mind going back to the days these trips became a habit? Ah, that's it. You don't really have a place to go, huh? What do you mean? I feel no urgency in you. I mean, sure, you want to go somewhere. Only you don't need to. It feels different. I feel there's an interesting story there. Hey. Why don't you look at me? Why don't you look at me anymore, Deborah? We could talk better. Is there something about my face that bothers you, or something in my words? Hey. Screaming or hitting this guy won't do any good. He won't stop until he listens to a damn story. No. He needs to hear a story. Well then, the story, sure. Why do I travel by bus so much? Yeah, that's right. Joy of my travels and vanquisher of my boredom. Well, I'm all ears. And all bones, too, with like what I'm listening to. That first trip happened quite a while ago. Why are you telling them this? It happened after Mom's funeral. Actually, it started when we got home. It was a day for mourning, but Dad, evil Dad, was furious. Furious? Why, at what? At me because I cried at the funeral. Crying at a funeral? That's to be expected, no? Is it not? Is it not? Is it not? Only, I don't usually talk about this. Oh, that's even better. Well, when I cry, it's not real. It's never real. Elaborate. I wanted to cry for real, even being unable to do it. You understand that, don't you? Sure. Hey, continue the story. I never got along with my mother. We even had an argument at her deathbed. So Dad saw my tears as pure insincerity. Mockery, he was beside himself. Wait. Your story lacks a character. Add one. Alright, friggin' Barney the purple dinosaur came in and slapped me. I don't know. What do you want? But there was no one else. Hey, this happened. I'm not making it up. Hey. Add a character. This is why you don't meet your fans, okay? If you're a writer, if you're an artist, don't meet your fans because they'll be like, actually, you know that thing that you worked on with like all of your heart? Here's how I can make it better. Just like give them guns. Give them arms, hands that shoot guns, and also give the lady like huge, you know what I mean, right? That's what they are. My older brother was there. My twin brother was there. My twin brother, that adds like more mystique. I knew there was someone else present. I'm a very attentive listener. No detail escapes me. Now continue. I tried to defend myself, but soon I was pointing fingers as well, accusing Dad of evil things I don't even recall anymore. He was convinced our arguments had landed the final blow to my mom, even though she was in a terminal state already. To him, I'd killed her. Alright, well that's kind of fucked up. I see. What about your brother? What did he do? My brother? He was there. He didn't just watch, did he? No, tee. That would be way too boring. My brother. Remember that day. How did it go? That's right, he didn't do a thing. When I was accused of killing my mother, a silence descended upon the house. Or maybe it was the blood rushing to my head. I couldn't hear a thing. Time stopped. He just watched, waited to see what we'd do. So he didn't do anything. Boring. That was all too much. I threw the door open and walked aimlessly through the night. I think I would have been crying if I had the capacity. I didn't, of course. My mind was confused like never before, but my vision was clear. No tears to get in the way. Ah, our intrepid protagonist flees the scene. You'd have done the same. Hehe, but that isn't my story, is it? Yeah. But the story is... half of the story is written by the author, and the other half is written by the listener. Alright, buddy? What I would have done matters less than a roadkill rat. Anyway, go on. He went out in the middle of the night, aimless. Must have arrived somewhere. Then you'd be lying and ending your story on a very man note. No one will believe that, not even you. That's that's why it doesn't work. So you'd better continue the story. I don't know when I got there, to the bus station. I was lost in thought. I bought a ticket someplace I can't remember, but far away so the trip would be long. I did all that without even thinking. I sat alone and observed the hills rolling by for hours. I hadn't slept in weeks. My mom's situation, I just couldn't. On that bus, though, I slept like a baby. When the insomnia comes knocking, well, this trick still works. Besides, every town has someone passing away. She did say that everybody has a way of mourning, right? And she herself seems to have her own way of mourning. Like, she can't cry. But she's obviously going through stuff, right? Especially her dad putting the guilt of her mom's death on her. There's always a funeral that requires a bit more drama. Believe it if you will. Right. You spoke, I heard, and I judged. It lacks conflict. What? You carry grievances from the story. You must blame someone. It's the rule. The weight you carry from all this. Yes, that's it. Tell me, tell me who you blame. I blame society? I don't blame anyone. Not even you believe that. And that's such a boring answer. Yeah, but it's not an answer that you deserve to hear. It doesn't resolve the matter. Now, please answer the question. I blame myself. I didn't expect that. It's a possibility, sure. And you carry that with you. Well, I got what I wanted. I have nothing more to ask. This little story of yours will keep me satisfied for a few more miles. Oh no, I have to tell him another story? What about your story? Isn't that fair that I get to hear it? I don't know how long I've been here, riding this wreck of a bus for miles on end. My stories got lost on the road. Why do you think I beg for other stories? Maybe you should pay attention to what you do with yours. Alright, when I ask for your story, all of a sudden you're like a bit cagey, huh? And a little bony. Finally he's gone. This conversation made me dizzy. I need to wash my face. I hadn't thought about that day in so long. Or at least I tried not to. Maybe that was my mistake. Oh, it changes and morphs as you look at it. Your eyes hurt. It's changing again. Is it becoming like that guy's? Or is it just my imagination?